Hi, this is Simatron Basic 3D Modeling tutorial. So this is the final part that we're going to design. So this is the mouse cover and how it looks. So I will start the exercise. So first I will get the file, new part in MM. And on the left hand side, this is the feature tree, and at the center here, this is the display area, and this is the what I call it, the icon bar. And you can have the option to make a smaller icon or big icon like this, and this is the menu bar. So and this red color UCS is the active UCS. So I will get the wireframe main planes. So this main plane consists of XY, YZ and ZX plane. So click OK with this main plane, confirm this main plane. So if you want to rotate, just press Ctrl button on the keyboard with left click to rotate, Control button with roller to zoom in and zoom out, or Control button with middle mouse click means you click the roller without release it to move the part. Okay, or the other option will be you can just click on this, move your mouse cursor to this UCS, then we'll get the 50% transparent ball, the circle. Just press it with left click on the mouse button to rotate, or you can use the roller to zoom in and zoom out. And you press this one, this yellow color ball, to zoom out. Okay, and this is the X minus negative X direction, Y negative directions, Z positive and Z negative direction. Okay, so first I will get the, before I get the 3D solid, so first I will get the sketcher. So before we enter the sketcher, so just now as I mentioned, the main planes consist of 3 planes, XY, YZ and ZX plane. So this plane is YZ plane. So this one is considered as Z-axis direction, and this one is the Y direction. So you can refer to this Z and the Y. Okay, so if I select this one, this is the ZX plane. So same thing, this one is the Z-axis direction, and this one will be the X direction. Okay, so Z and the X, and the last one will be this one. Okay, so this is the XY direction. So if let's say you want to change to side view or top view, you can just click on the arrow, this UCS arrow, to turn it, or you can right click on this toolbar here, right click and select on this main views to display out the top view, bottom view, front view and so on. So now I will rotate it to top view, and I go to wireframe sketcher, select this XY plane, and then after we select the XY plane, it will enter the sketcher functions. So on the right hand side, all these are sketches tools. So rectangle, line, circle and so on. So when you can see, okay, now we are using the line function, automatic enter to line function. So you can see the mouse cursor is have the line icon. If let's say I change to rectangle, you can see the mouse cursor here will change to rectangle. And if let's say I will change to circle, the mouse cursor will get the circle shapes. So I will get started from this line. So first point, I will click at the center and then just drag a line. Then when you see this drag line, means it's parallel to the X or the Y. Then you can continue like this to get a rectangle shapes. But you can see the last line, the line is still connected to the last point. So we want to break it. So we just press middle mouse click, the roller there, middle mouse click one time to exit from this, to break the connections. So if we want to exit this line function back to the select mode, so press center mouse click one more time. Okay, so this select mode is for us to select the line like this. So now I will select all this line and press delete on the keyboard. After that, select this rectangle, enter the rectangle function, click at the center point and drag to the left, to the right corner, right top corner, and with one click to release get the rectangle shapes. Okay, so I get these shapes by using the rectangle function, and after that I will get dimension. Pick this line and one click at the outside. Okay, this one is 64. Click one line and place the dimension at the outside, and 103. So after we give this dimension and select OK, so we have a sketch on the XY plane, and now we want to make it 3D. Under solid, extrude, I will extrude it 100 and OK. So this is my 3D solid with the dimension 64 times 103. So next I will import the 2D curve that is predefined Cimatron file. So import to here. So I will go to file, import from part or assembly. So this import from part or assembly means import the Cimatron part file or Cimatron assembly file into this current what I call that, the file. So I will select this sketch tutorial and place using the model UCS of the reference model, and then OK. So we have this 2D curve, and we can see here just now at the at the beginning of the exercise, we use this main plane. After that, we use the sketcher, sketch the rectangle shapes, and then we get the new extrude, and after that we import. All the functions that we use will keep under this feature tree. Means if let's say I want to do any edit, I can just right click, edit the sketch, edit the size, or edit the shapes. Okay, so now I will hide these planes. Okay, if you cannot select these planes like this, make sure you on this filter datum. So this is the filter datum to control all the planes selection, or the UCS or the axis. This is the filter. So once you on this filter, and then we can select these three planes and select this height to turn it off. So now I want to hide this 3D model also. So I get this filter object. This is filter face. Filter face, I means I select face one by one. Filter object means I will select the object, the whole object, and then select the whole object, click this hide. So now only have this 2D curve, the imported sketch tutorial curve. So I will get a face or create a face for on this. So I will go to faces, blend, select this and this. So you can see the surface is dragged like this, but I want it to follow this curve. So I will go to the optional stage, pick boundaries, this one, and I pick this curve and select OK. So I have done this 2D blend face, and now I want to display the 3D model, the solid file. So I will click this show, so it will show all. So I select this model, make sure filter object is selected, select this model. Green color means it is in hidden mode. So I will select this to let the system know this is the object that I want to show it out. After that, center mouse click one time. You can see this show function is still active. So I will press middle mouse button, center mouse click for the second time to exit from this show function. Okay, so after that I will go to solid, cut. So the first step will be pick the object to be trimmed, and the second step will be pick the cutting object. So select this as the object to be trimmed, and this blend face as the cutting object, and you can flip the arrow and OK. Next we will apply radius at here. So I will go to solid, round. So select these two edge, left and right, and the radius will be 30 mm. You can click this preview before you confirm the radius 30 mm. So this is the result after we apply it for 30 mm radius. Then I will click apply. Apply means I will confirm this radius but still keep for this round function. Then I will pick this point, intersection point, the left and right, and then the radius will be 5 mm. Preview. So I cancel this radius first, then I apply the taper. So this taper we have 3 steps. First will be pick the reference geometry, the second one will be pick the face to be taper, and the third one will be set the taper angle. So I will select the bottom face for the first step as the reference geometry, and this face use the auto change selection, pick the side face here. So this is the face to be tapered, and then center mouse click to the third step. So the angle will be 2 degrees. You can preview. So the dashed line, it means the original part before taper, and this is the after the shapes with taper 2 degrees. Then click OK. So next I get the solid round, then pick the point here, left and the right. Then I get the radius 5 mm, then OK. So this is the dynamic section, but I will change the direction. Instead of minus z negative, then I will change to the y direction, and you can drag the bar. So this is the solid file. Then I will now get the shell function, solid object shell. So the global thickness will be 4 mm, and this is the open area. Preview. This is the result. So we'll get the global thickness with 4 mm. Then I will apply this dynamic section again. So this is the result. And then I will turn to the back side. Wireframe, composite curve. Select faces outer boundary. Select this and automatically get the composite curve. Okay. After that, I will go get the wireframe offset. So flip to the center here with the offset 2 mm. Solid extrude. So I will make a step. So this time solid, new, extrude or add or remove. I will use the solid remove extrude, and the step delta will be 2 mm. Okay, so this is the result with 2 mm steps. Okay, so the last one will be the M view. So as I said just now, we have the top view, side view, bottom view, and so on, and also the isometric view. All these 7 standard views. So if let's say I want it the part to be rotate like this, and I want it to be safe with this orientation, so under this M view tab, right click, new M view, as display M view 1, click OK. Then if let's say I want it like this to be M view number 2, so now I rotate the part like this. Then I want to get the view M view 1. Just now I said double click this, it will rotate to this. Double click the M view 2. So if let's say I want it to make a zoom at this area, then I will get a new M view. This is the M view 3. Double click. So this is the view that we save as M view 1, 2, and 3. So this view we can apply it, apply it in the 2D drafting. Okay, so we'll show you in drafting about this later. Then now we save the file, save, and save it as mouse cover.